Well, as we close in on that Echo release date coming this November, we're getting more and more details. And now the main villain of the show has been revealed, and although it's not a surprise, it does make a lot of sense. So let's dive in. Well, as many of you know, Echo is set to release this November, but unlike the other Marvel live-action series, we're going to get all 6 episodes all at once. This is definitely a big change for Marvel Studios, and hopefully it'll become more commonplace in the future, probably completely dependent on how well this show does. Now, there are many people that are even wondering why this Hawkeye spinoff is even happening in the first place, and the prevailing theory seems to be that Marvel Studios wants to get it onto the streamer and out of the way. But based on a recent report, I don't think that's the case, and the show will definitely have meaning for the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series. Now, recently we've been getting a lot of stories via Can We Get Some Toast, and although they're not from Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige himself, these have carried a lot of weight, and many of them have turned out to be true, and this one fits in really well. Now, according to this source, the main villain of the upcoming Echo series will be, well, the most obvious main villain it could be, Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. Now, apparently by the end of the series, Maya Lopez will send him packing, but this will actually set up what's going to go down in Daredevil Born Again and set the stage for him becoming mayor of New York City. Now, this is obviously the early framework for that Marvel Studios street-level heroes that Kevin Feige was telling us about a year ago, with Daredevil and Spider-Man at the center. Seems pretty sure that Echo will be a big part of that too, and this series is going to not only set up her future, but put Wilson Fisk in play for the upcoming Daredevil continuation. Now, this also suggests that Echo could also be a big part of Daredevil Born Again, but that hasn't been confirmed as of today. Wilson Fisk is one of those villains that has lots of run-ins with lots of heroes, and it's definitely not limited to Daredevil or even Spider-Man, having crossed paths with many Marvel Comics favorites over the decades, so him as the centerpiece of a street-level Marvel world, well, quite honestly, with Vincent D'Onofrio taking that up, it'll be perfect. Now, as for Echo, we know this show is going to delve deeply into her past, reconnect with her Native American roots, and dive into what family and community mean to her, helping set up her future as a hero in the MCU. The show is set to drop November the 29th, so we still have a good wait for the series, but I do believe Marvel has the proper intentions for the show, and it's going to be way more important to the MCU moving forward. How big? We're going to have to wait and see.